For firefighters in Arizona and big changes for a fire department in our area.
A settlement is reached in the investigation into a Madison police officer, and Governor Walker signs the state budget. Here's our Friday flashback.
How can you have two Hessnesses on your force? One that you completely believe and stand behind 100%, and one that you're willing to fire.
I think this is a bittersweet conclusion to his career. If the shooting hadn't occurred, I don't think we'd be facing the same situation today, and Officer Hessness would not be looking to retire.
Certainly from the standpoint of cost and time, receiving this agreement is beneficial.
Do we have any kind of come clean moment here? I don't know. It doesn't feel like it to me.
19 firefighters were killed in what's probably the worst disaster that's taken place in wildland history here in the state of Arizona. These are the guys that'll go out there with 40, 50 pounds of equipment and walk 5 miles. They'll sleep out there as they try to develop fire lines and put protection between homes, natural resources, and still try to remain safe. These are quality people.
This fire was very radical in its behavior. They were just caught up in a very bad situation.
He wanted to be a firefighter hotshot all of his life.
It's a packed hall, and God, I love you for it. Thank you.
Thank you, City Council, for just letting me be a volunteer. It has gave me the greatest pride you can ever imagine.
This discussion has never, ever been about whether we value the volunteers in this community, their training or service.
We're asking for a seat at your table. That's all we're asking for here. We're asking to be given a chance.
What the State Assembly and the State Senate passed is so fundamentally aligned with where I'm signing here today, it's important to focus on that. This is a budget that is good for the people of Wisconsin.
It's remarkable, quite frankly, and unfortunate for the middle class. Make no mistake about it. For citizens to get back their rights, for the middle class to have a chance, with a budget such as this, it has to come at the ballot box.
And I don't want to have this crippling debt that's going to cause problems with me for the rest of my life.
I don't think it's going to stick. I think there's enough support in Congress on both sides of the aisle. There's many proposals out there to make it so that 6.8% will not stay in place.
This is just what I remember coming up as a kid. You know, and it's sad when you can't play in your own neighborhood.
There's quite a bit of violence right in that specific neighborhood, and it's not acceptable.
It's like, let's go. I tell my husband all the time, let's just get up and go.
I just want people to know that every athlete doesn't have a perfect life, that we actually go through some of the things that some of the other kids go through. But it's up to me to come here to talk about it. It's being an African American in the inner city, having braces on his legs, and how kids used to torment me at times about how I got through it and was able to have a successful life, I thought was a pretty good story. I just want to be that one kid to say, you know what, I went through the same thing and I want to be like you. That's what I want.